Right, I gave up on natural light and went for my room light because, well, it's almost gone. Then it's quite late. Even though it stays around, it's just not enough. Anyway, so now we've got to the point where Gandalf has just got to Isengard to talk to Sauron, Master, and at the moment doesn't know that Sauron's turned. I don't know if he was allowed to teleport in this movie or something, but he seems to get everywhere stupidly quickly. He got back to Bag End before Bilbo did. Then he got to Minas Tirith like that, and got back like that, even though apparently he looked everywhere for Gollum and read records, and getting there and back in the story is made out to take a couple of months. Admittedly, that is by walking and he's on horseback. That should only take off about a month, maximum two. So, how long was he gone for? I mean, either there's been an immense amount of time, which they've just had the omission of not mentioning, or his horse should be dead. That's just not possible. And now he's gone from the Shire back to Isengard again, stupidly quickly. And the great thing is, he says that he can make it to Isengard, talk to his mentor, and then make it back to the Shire to meet Frodo at the Inn of the Prancing Pony. Well, okay, it's not technically completely within the borders of the Shire. It is also used by humans. But that's what I mean. He says he can get there and back in the same amount of on his horse, in the same amount of time it takes two hobbits just to walk there from the Shire. Now I know they have got only little lakes, so they're not going to be, Usain Bolt or anything. But seriously, that's underestimating him a bit, or he really thinks a lot of his bloody horse. I feel sorry for that thing. Also, a big criticism at the moment, which I have with this movie, and I'm sorry if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, but this is a review, so I might rip the shit out of it a bit. I'm sorry for swearing. We've got PG audience. But basically, what is it with the lack of empathy created for Frodo? I know what you're going to say, there's been some. There hasn't, not really. We had it for Bilbo. He's had the family problems. We've talked to him with Gandalf pre the birthday. We've seen how sad he is with life, how he just wants to get away. There's a lot of sympathy built up there in a very small space of time, especially linking it back to the previous story. So, you can really sense a bit, you can really sense that you can connect with the character. With Frodo, on the other hand, he's more just of a free spirit. And I'm not saying they don't portray the character very well, they do. It's just I don't feel much, if any, connection with him at the moment. To me, he's the main character. I got that straight away. I understood that. As soon as he was introduced, I realised this is going to be centred around either him or Gandalf, or both of them together. And at the moment, it is sort of split between the two of them. So I knew that was going to happen, especially once Bilbo walked off. It's just I still don't feel much empathy for Frodo. At this point, I actually feel closer to Gandalf than I do to Frodo. And I don't think that should have been how it was put together. I know you've got Bilbo sort of connecting with Frodo, like apologising to him for being selfish and all that, and that's a character I really feel for, talking to a character I don't. So, but for me, I didn't transfer any of those feelings from Bilbo to Frodo. I don't feel that much for them, which makes the next part of the movie, when they do meet the Nine for the first time, in my opinion, less dramatic than it could have been, and less heart-pounding. It is a good introduction of the Nine, especially how they're hydrophobes, but that's about it really. There isn't much more there, and I thought that was a bit disappointing, especially compared to the story in book form. But anyway, so I'll stop it here and get back to you later.